Let's see. This is the Fox Floatex Performance Elite. This specific one is 230 eye to eye, and this one's a 57.5 millimeter stroke length. And I'm gonna try to change the length of the stroke with the spacers in there to make it a 60 millimeter stroke by removing one of the 2.5 millimeter spacers. I couldn't find a video online that was doing this, but I read that it's possible, so here it goes. Let's see, this is my first time doing something like this, so bear with me. I'm gonna start by letting all the air out. All right, got the air out. Gonna get this little vise, and all right, now we got the air out. Let's put it in a vise. And then gonna twist. Twist that air cap off. Yep. And then we're also gonna put that in there to stop the air can once it pops out. Go rag. All right. The screwdriver is here because this air sleeve is going to want to shoot up. So by doing this, it should stop it from becoming a flying object. Just keep spinning it. Goes like that. See? And then got this little O-ring. And then off comes the air sleeve. This shock is brand new, so the bushings and oil inside are all good. So I'm not going to be changing that at all. So, in the shock, you can see, oh geez, the oil sprayed everywhere. And I popped that sleeve off. Anyways, you can see here on the shock, these orange things, these are each travel spacers. Each one's 2.5 mil. So, by taking one out, it should take it from 57.5 to 60 millimeters. They're kind of counterintuitive, but it kind of makes sense. Yeah, because they decrease the amount of travel it has. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of those out. Alright, just had to figure out how I was going to do this here. So on the bottom, you can kind of see right here on the top, right there, there is 2 hex bolts. These are both 2.5, sorry, they're both 2 millimeter Allens. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out. I'm not sure if that's what I'm supposed to do, But that is what I'm going to do because I couldn't see any other way to get these orange spacers out. So I'm gonna just go in there. Break that one loose. There we go. Yep. There we go. And I'll be back once I get these out. Alright, so I think that was the right thing to do. You can kind of see the slack in here now. Here, let's zoom in a bit. Got some nice slack in there. All I did was I removed one of them, and here that is. Hello. Yeah, okay, it's not gonna focus. So there's this small little screw. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the other one. You know what? No, I'm not. So here they go. So here are these spacers. We just come. Yeah, actually, I do think I need to. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this screw actually goes through the hole on each one. So I'm gonna have to take both screws out. And it's obviously full of shock oil, so keep that in mind. My camera's gonna get some oil on it, but I'm just gonna go in there. Get that last screw. Alright, there she goes. Boom, 2 screws. And along with that comes each of these spacers. So I've already calculated that I need to get rid of one spacer to bring it from 57.5 to 60. If you had, for example, a shock that was 60 or 60 stroke length and you wanted to make it 62.5, the shock would have 2 of these spacers in it already, and you would need to take one more out to leave it with 1. If the shock was a 65 stroke, as I understand it, you would need to then add one of these. I'm not sure if you can get them. I'm sure you could get them from a local, like a bike shop, or from Fox directly, but you would need to add one of these to bring it from 65 to 62.5 millimeters. And then if you're coming from 57.5 and you wanted to go to 65, you would just take all 3 of them out, and that would put you at 65 millimeters stroke. So yeah, I'm gonna take one of these off of each, and then I'm gonna put them back on a little thing, and they fit together nicely. They got a little puzzle piece kind of. So you just gotta align the holes like so. And then, is this in focus? I don't know. Whatever. So we're just gonna align those holes. And then the shock oil is making it hard to get them. Actually, I know what we're gonna do. Oh. Yeah, so we got our first screw. Boom. Just like that. And then we're gonna do our second second set. Put those in there. Get our screw. There we go. So now we got that all set, and then we're gonna line it back up at these holes up here. Oh man. I just dropped one into the vat of oil at the bottom of this. That's unfortunate. I'll get this threaded in and deal with that. Hold on. Ah. Got it. Just wipe that off a little bit. Go, air sleeve, and then we got this O-ring. The O-ring is going to go on after the air sleeve. So I'm going to put that on there and push it down like so, and then push it down and just push it to engage those threads, and then she's gonna start spinning. And then I'll do this. Never mind, that just makes it spin. Huh. I'll just make sure it's hand tight. Yeah, hand tight should be nice. Yeah, hand tight. Doesn't really unscrew even if you try. So I think that should be just fine. I mean, the threads at the bottom, the air can is going to bottom out, so you can only make it as tight as there is threads. So that's what I'm at right now. Yeah, so there's that. And then I'm going to get some isopropyl. That. Just going to spray it down with some isopropyl alcohol. Just get that shock oil off. Not the best stuff. Yeah, there she is. Pull that down. And then don't forget your O-ring. And just like that, just gotta air her back up. And then, yeah, that is how you change the stroke length to basically make it a lot easier to buy a shock for your bike. Yeah.